Hello everyone, my name is Joe Guattardini. Welcome to another video here on my channel. Today I'd like to share with you 5 different tips that I have before I travel for any jobs, before boarding any aircraft, and whenever I have to take my camera equipment with me. The reason that I thought about today's subject is because I was invited to come to Asia again. I'm in Jakarta at the moment, in Indonesia, and in 2 weeks we're visiting 3 different countries and filming constantly. And with this trip, I know exactly how I can improve for my next job abroad. So the first tip is know your project. Know exactly from the very beginning to the very end, know exactly what you're shooting. Sit down with your client, have meetings and meetings before you even sign any contracts to understand what exactly you're gonna need. Audio, lights, what lenses you're gonna need, if the camera that you're taking with you is the actual necessary camera that you need. Know exactly what you're gonna be shooting so you don't forget anything and you don't pack anything extra, because the last thing that you want is to walk around the city, wherever you're gonna be, with 20 kilos on your back of unnecessary lenses or an extra camera or maybe lights that you didn't need. So understand the whole project thoroughly. The second tip is know the airline's restrictions, both sizes and weights. The last thing that you want is someone from the airlines asking you to check in that bag with your cameras and lenses, so you don't want that. So make sure that you understand all the restrictions. And that's why it's very important for you to understand your whole project, so then you can pack appropriately. Quick tip. In addition to your carry-on bag, which is normally this size and between 5 to 10 kilos, obviously may vary from country to country and if it's domestic or international. Airlines also allow you to bring a smaller bag for maybe a laptop that you have or maybe some smaller objects that you have. So you can remove some of the items from your camera bag and put in this smaller bag. I also often travel with my jacket. I've got lots of pockets, and if I need to take an extra lens and I know that that will make my luggage, my carry-on bag overweight, I know that I can pop that lens in my pocket or maybe lenses in my pockets, and I know that I won't have too much weight in my bag. So pop them in your pockets and shh, don't tell anyone. The third one is before you leave your house or your office, wherever you pack in your bag, make sure you triple check. You check, and you check. Always triple check. It may sound obvious that you need to double check your bag or triple check your camera bag for lenses or cards or whatever you bring in with you, but by doing this, you're gonna avoid forgetting maybe a battery or a memory card or whatever it is. Always triple check your bag. The reason that I'm saying triple check your bag is because I once had a job in Greece, and the job consisted in filming the event as well as taking some time lapses around the city. And I only noticed that I had forgot my intervalometer on the night before the shoot. Luckily, and after hours on Google trying to find a camera shop in Athens, I managed to get hold of one. So from my own experience, do triple check your camera bag before leaving your house. The fourth one is test your equipment before you leave the house. I'd say maybe 1 or 2 days before you have your flight, make sure you test all your equipment. Often we think that just because we use our equipment every day or maybe every other day, our equipment is just fine. But that's when we become more vulnerable. Expect the unexpected, always. Test your batteries, make sure your camera's on spot, your cards are working and formatted, your audio gear is in order, possible lights that you're taking have also been tested, and all your stabilizing systems, it may be a gimbal or a monopod or a tripod or whatever it may be, are all steady and sturdy, all working perfectly. And the fifth and the last tip is backup gear. You may be thinking 2 identical cameras or perhaps 2 exactly the same lenses, but you can stop worrying right there. Here is exactly what I do. A smaller camera, which for me is a DSLR that I use as a B camera. I made a whole video about this, you can check up here, which is still gonna give me the look that I need. I'll be able to shoot the video, finalize the project, and make my client happy. When it comes to lenses, we all know about the primes. The primes are really, really good. However, if you have a job abroad and you have to pack all these lenses, all these prime lenses, let's say from the 14mm to the 200mm, you would need an extra bag only for your lenses, so it's definitely out of the game. That said, you can shorten that drastically by using zoom lenses. I used to be a big fan of prime lenses. I do own a couple of prime lenses and I'm still a big fan of them, but for the job that I do, for the kind of jobs that I do, they're not practical. So that's why instead of carrying 15 kilos of prime lenses, I decided to go for a smaller package. I always travel with 3 lenses, 16 to 35, 24 to 70, and a 70 to 200, which is great because I've got a constant 2.8 aperture and I know that I can pretty much film anything, and I'm covered from 16 all the way to 200. You may not need all these range, and the only way that you're going to know what range you may need is by talking to your client before the project. Pro tip. When it comes to cables, I would definitely double that one number that you may have in your head. So if either a USB cable or an audio cable, always take two instead. If one fails, you always have one as a backup. Also, when traveling abroad, always carry a power adapter in case they have a different socket, also a multi-plug or an extension lead, so you may need only one adapter. Do double that as well just in case. And a hard drive or hard drives, so you make sure that you back up your data and it's all safe and sound. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video today. These are my 5 tips for you to pack your camera bag before traveling for any issue. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.